So, this is Geek Speak 3. This is episode 3, right? Episode 3 for Geek Speak. And today, what we're going to be talking about today, Jill and I, we're going to be sharing a little bit. Come on in there, Jill. We're going to be sharing, we're going to be talking about local visibility for businesses. I mean, it's so critically important, wouldn't you say? Like, just for your business to get out there.
Right. You really need to find like what they call your tribe. So
Right.
if you can find your community tribe, you can expand from there.
Yeah. And that's critically important. So, so as a business owner and as entrepreneurs, small business owners, you want to get out there. You want to get your business out there. You want to have some visibility on the internet. So what are some things that you're going to do? I know for first thing that I would do as a business owner, make sure, the number one thing, Jill, I think, is to make sure you have a website.
Right.
Right?
Websites are key.
I mean, because, okay, so there are a lot of people out there right now that, they don't even have a website. I mean, what are they using? Facebook and,
just going with social media. I mean, which is not a bad
No,
idea.
Right.
But you need both.
Yeah. You need both to sort of balance it out a little bit, so you could have, so exactly who's coming to your website. I mean, we hadn't even gotten into stuff like Google Analytics or anything like that. And guys, if you don't know what Google Analytics is and you have a website, you're going to need to get this implemented on your website immediately, because what it can do is tell you who's come to your website, what they're doing, how long they spent there. Mm-hmm. It can even tell if people have downloaded things, if they came, where they came from, where referral they came from,
right.
or what source they came from.
How long they stayed
on the website. Yeah. So that's critically important. So, all right. So apart from your website and making sure your website is visible, it's you have a website for one. The next thing is you need to make sure that you have something that's called local citations. So I know a lot of people, and this is like Geek Speak. These are Geek Speak words. Mm-hmm. So citations, what are those? An example of citations, you have Google My Business. You got, what else is out there?
Yelp.
You got Yelp. You got Facebook reviews. You got Foursquare. And these are just local directories that are on the internet right now that they're actually free, mm-hmm. right? So these are free. You could go out there and claim those, update them with your business information, your local business information. This is all to get visibility, so update this with your local business information, your name, address, phone number. I guess you put some
hours operation if you're
exactly.
a storefront, but especially Google. If you don't update your Google business information, especially if your hours change, your telephone number change, your address change, people can't find you.
Right.
That's people's number one source is they go to Google.
Right.
So if they can't find you on Google and they can't find your right information on Google, you're screwed.
Right. That's right. I mean, and as a business owner and as small business owners, you gotta be visible. And this is how you could be hyper local. So number one thing is make sure you have a website. You need a website. I mean, even if you go with one of the services where it's a Wix or it's a Foursquare, I don't recommend those for long term. No. If you're just getting started, that's something where you could just jump in and get started and start building out some stuff.
Right.
But I mean, for long term, you want to look at platforms like WordPress and other platforms like that you could build off of. So number one is make sure you have a website. The number two is make sure that you claim all of your local citations. Now, if you don't know what citations to claim, that's where you go. You could use Google, or that's where you come to a company like Web Mobile Fusion, and then we could help you to choose the exact type of reviews that are good for your business.
Right.
Because not all, right? I mean, not all reviews are good for a particular business.
Right.
All right. So, so make sure that you know which review sites to go on first. And then once you claim those, you update those, then boom, now you're getting some local visibility that's out there. People could find you, etc. So one of the third things that's out there is local SEO. And that's like really, really important for visibility. And this is why I was saying earlier, Jill, like if you're using a website software like Wix or Weebly or one of those other ones, which is good. Don't get me wrong. They're great to get started. They're great for the entrepreneur. That's how they're getting started. But at the same time, it limits what you can do for visibility, for local visibility, especially search engine optimization.
And especially Wix. Wix does not offer any kind of SEO optimization.
There you go. So they don't offer any search engine optimization. So you want to have something like a WordPress. That's typically what we use. WordPress for our clients. Pretty much we use WordPress, and that way we can add the code into the back end of your website so that you get local visibility. And it's adding keywords to your website, making sure that the name, address, and phone number is all matched up. And Google has a slew of. They have a slew of, what do you call them, criteria that you need, in order to rank on. And they've also gotten search engines
very picky about what they'll use for ranking as well.
That's
so if you don't know what to do with that, then there's not much the SEO can do for you.
Right. So those are three things that you could do. So you remember, the first thing is make sure you have a website. Number 2 is make sure you claim and know what your local citations are, and those are those local directories. And then number 3 is make sure that you have a platform that enables you to do SEO, local SEO, because right now you're not trying to attract Joe Blow in California. No. If you live in McDonough, Georgia, my business is in McDonough, Georgia. Why am I going to be trying to attract Joe Blow in California?
Right.
That just doesn't make any sense. But that's some of the things that we see that's out there right now, that a lot of people are just, they're just blindly putting up stuff and they don't know who they're targeting.
Right.
So, and that's another thing, knowing who your target audience is.
Yes, very much so.
Who are you going after?
If you don't know, then all this is worthless.
Right. It's like, I'm just going to put up a business. I'm going to start a business and I don't know who my target audience is. That's just like, okay, I'm from the Bahamas. I was born and raised in the Bahamas, right? So everybody knows in the Bahamas is surrounded by water. Water, right? Why would I go out in a boat, Jill? Why would I go sailing without a compass?
It's true.
I don't know where I'm going. It's like, what am I doing? Where am I going? Exactly. It's the same thing for your business, same thing for your website. You gotta know where you're going. You have to know what's your target market, who's my target audience, who I'm trying to attract, and am I putting things in place to attract those people?
Right.
That's all what local visibility is all about. And it's making you more attractive, making your website more attractive, and allowing people to find you when they search for you. Mm-hmm. So what I was going to ask was, in your experience, do people typically use Facebook for local visibility? Like, are people searching?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
People, if they have say you're in the restaurant business,
right?
So someone hears, hey, there's this new restaurant that opened up. They'll search you on Google to see your hours of operation, phone number, address, stuff like that. Then they're going to look at your Facebook page.
Right.
They're going to look to see what kind of specials you have, to see if you have a menu, to see if there's any reviews, to see what kind of marketing you're doing to promote your food.
Right.
People will judge you. Those two things are the two things people are going to look at first.
That's right. Yeah. And the thing about it is, if you go right now for any product, I know for me, probably the same thing for everybody, and you guys that are watching and listening to this, if you go online, right, and you're searching for a product, and you go out there and you're searching for a product, you look at reviews, right?
Right.
And then you also look for good reviews, you look for bad reviews. All of these are factors in local visibility.
That's right.
You know, I know in episode 1, we talked a little bit about, visibility. I mean, we talked a little bit about, reviews. Mm-hmm. That's one of the biggest, that's one of the factors of, ranking and having some sort of local visibility on the internet. So, I mean, that's critically important. So, I mean, in wrapping this up today, I just wanted to make sure that you guys are aware that it's a critically important for your business. If you want to be successful, if you want people to find you, if, putting up a website is not, it just blows my mind, because people can put up a website and they just leave it and don't do anything with it.
Right. Oh, that's really important. If you are not actively updating your website,
right.
Even if you are utilizing SEO, it's going to drop down, because what SEO does, it also analyzes for new data as it gets posted. So even if you just want to set up a small blog, say, like, go back to a restaurant example. So if you have a restaurant, you want to set up a small blog that every week you post up your weekly special. That's going to keep you ranking back up in SEO.
Right. Yeah. So I mean, it's just something as simple as that, where you're consistently putting out content, mm-hmm. To help with local visibility. One thing I just thought about also, videos, right?
Oh yeah.
I mean, because if and especially now since Google owns YouTube, right?
Google owns everything.
Yeah, that's right.
Google and Facebook owns everything.
They own everything, right? So if you have videos that you're going to be putting out there, upload them on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
Then once you upload them on YouTube, use that embed code, put it on your website. Mm-hmm. So now, I mean, these are ways. I mean, if you're out in the community, you're doing an event, or you're doing a Geek Speak that's live, that's Geek Speak episode 3. Put it on your website, right? So that people can find it. Mm-hmm. They're going to be searching. There's specific keywords that are out there. They're going to find it, and then it links back to your website. I mean, it's just critically important for local business owners. So, and wrapping this up, Jill, is there anything that you would like to leave with people that are listening and watching today on what they can do for local visibility?
Well, like we've covered, definitely make sure you have a website. Mm-hmm. Utilize your social media. It's really important.
Definitely.
If you don't know how to use SEO, come to us. We
Right.
can help with it. If you don't want to run your social media, come to us. We can help you.
Yeah.
If you don't know how to build a website, come to us. We can help you.
Right.
We're here. We want to build a help the community. Your success is our success too. So if you need any help, don't hesitate to come to us.
Absolutely. So Jill and I are going to be on here every Wednesday at 1:00. This is Geek Speak. It's live. We are always going to share with you some great information, something that you guys can go out there and really, really implement in your business today. Any information that you get.
Free tips and tricks.
There you go. Any information that you get from Geek Speak, you could implement it today. Okay? So we want to make sure that you're successful. We want to make sure that everybody in our community is successful. So thank you for tuning in. Geek Speak, it's number 3. We're getting there. See y'all later.
Bye.
Bye.